What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get Anubis very early in the game before level 20 by breeding 2 early level pals. This is by far the best combination that I have found for early game to get Anubis, and I've done quite a bit of research, so let's get to it. So for those not familiar, this is Anubis here. He is very good for putting on your base, especially for mining. He's got mining level 3, and then as a bonus, handiwork level 4, and then transporting 2. And if you got one that's got the nimble and swift with the speed increase, then transporting is basically level 3. So first thing you're going to need to be at least level 19 in order to unlock the breeding farm. Next thing you're going to need is a cooking pot. You can get that at level 17. And you're going to need cake for the breeding farm. Now the ingredients for cake are flour, red berries, milk, eggs, and honey. And I'm going to show you guys where to get all of these ingredients here. And if you guys already know how to do breeding, I put chapters in the video so you can jump ahead to find, the parts that you need to get Anubis. So you're also going to need a mill. This is how you get the flour. You get that at level 15, and then also a wheat plantation also at level 15. And you're going to need a water type to tend to the mill in order to produce the flour. Next is the honey, where you can get from Bee Guard. You can put Bee Guard in your base and put them in the ranch, and she's going to end up eventually dropping honey here and there, and then she'll put it in the feed box for you. I had a moment where I couldn't find it, and I found it was in the feed box. So for the other ingredients, you can also use the ranch for eggs and milk. You can use the chicken for eggs and then the cow pal for milk, but I haven't found a cow pal, and the easiest method or alternative is just go to a settlement over here and just go buy it, which I find to be a lot faster. So I'm just going to buy 50 of each, 50 milk, 50 eggs. Then head back to base. And now we've got all the ingredients we need to make cake. So I'm just going to make the max here. And just forewarning, cake takes a very long time to make. I would recommend having a pal with at least kindling 2, because if you can see here, it is going incredibly slow. And you can help him. You can go over to the cooking pot and press X as well and help him. But yeah, I would recommend at least kindling 2. So the 2 pals that we're going to be breeding, the first one is Celaray. Celaray is very easy to find. It can be found almost all over the map. But we're going to be going to that little spot there just north of the starting point, that island right there. And I'll show you guys exactly where that is a little bit later. The other one we're going to be breeding with is a Relaxaurus, and they're a little trickier to find, but I'll show you guys where to find them as well as the exact location. So that's kind of the general area there. So let's go ahead and go get our Celarays. So the start location, this is where I found the Celarays. They are all over on that little island there. So we're going to head over there. And if you head over this island here, you can already see one on the left side. Like I said, they're all over the place, and a lot of times they're in 2s. And another thing is, when we're catching these pals, we want to make sure we get at least 2 and at least 1 male, 1 female, because you're going to need male and female for your breeding farm. So we want to make sure we have at least 1 of each. It's probably better to get a few of them anyway, because you can figure out which ones have the best traits and combine the ones that have the best traits together, because those parents will sometimes pass down those traits. Not all the time, but a lot of times. So the Relaxaurus we can find in these 3 areas on the map. This is probably the easiest spot that I've found, because it's right next to a fast travel location. So let's travel over there. And right from the tower, just right up the hill, here's 2 of them. And these guys are a little aggressive. Just be on your guard. They are feisty. And yeah, I did catch one with a Megasphere. So if you haven't unlocked the Gigasphere yet, you can do it with a Megasphere if you're persistent. But Gigasphere is probably what you're going to want for this. All right, so we got a couple of our Relaxasauruses. Now what you're going to want to do is go get your 2 best combinations, male and female, and put them in your base area. And then you're going to have to pick them up and put them in your breeding farm. And then the last thing you got to do is add your cake. And each cake equals 1 egg. So if you have 5 cakes, they'll eventually make 5 eggs. So here we've got a couple eggs here. And I'm going to show you guys a trick with the incubation process. So you want to put your eggs in your incubators. And the problem with Anubis that I found is it takes 2 hours for the egg incubation process. So I found a little trick that you can do to speed this up. And you don't have to do this. It's not going to mess with achievements, but what you can do is you can go and edit your world, go to custom settings, scroll almost all the way down to the very bottom, and right there, time to incubate massive eggs. Change that to 0 or 1. 1 will speed it up as well. If you change it to 0, it'll be an instant process. So head back into your world here. And you can see it still says 2 hours. So what we're gonna have to do is pull them out and put them back in. And once we did that, incubation is already complete. And Anubis was born. That's actually a pretty good one. That one has nimble and swift, which is awesome. And that's another thing you can do too. Once you have 2 Anubises that have really good traits from the Celaray and the Relaxaurus, you can put the 2 Anubises in the breeding farm and try to get better traits from all of your Anubises. Of course, there's always random possibilities you're gonna get some kind of random traits from it that aren't passed down from the parents, like destructive or sadist or something like that. So, but it just is a better chance if you put 2 of them together that have good traits. So there they go, doing their Naruto run. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. If you guys like this content, consider subscribing. If you have any questions, let me know down below. And as always, have a wonderful day.